my dear BIBLEin365 brothers and sisters. We are at the book of Matthew, and for the next several videos that I do, I'm going to remind you that I did a full summary on each of these books last year. You have direct access to those books where you can go and you can grab the insight that I give overall. The purpose of these videos is to sort of hone you in on a couple of chapters that will help to significantly increase your knowledge of the Bible overall. Now, in the book of Matthew, those chapters are undoubtedly going to be Matthew chapter 1 and Matthew chapter 24. Okay, now let me explain why chapter 1 is important. You might look at chapter 1 and go, this is the boring part. This is where you get into all of the genealogies. Well, let me just simply say this. If you will study the genealogies represented in Matthew chapter 1 and then the accompaniment given to you in Luke, which we'll talk about when we get there, you can make a foolproof argument for Christ being the Messiah, and anybody else who claims they are the Messiah, you can throw away that argument in seconds based on this genealogy. Now, of course, I do have a full teaching on this in my studies in Matthew. You can go back and you can listen to that. And then Matthew chapter 24, if you are one of those people, and unfortunately an overwhelming majority of people in Christianity are, if you are one of those people that do not understand Bible prophecy or Bible prophecy scares you, you need to become familiar with Matthew chapter 24, because Matthew chapter 24 gives us some incredible insight as into things that happened immediately after the time of Christ and things that have not yet happened. And there are a lot of mistakes that get made as people go through Matthew 24. There's a lot of errors that happen. And so we want you to go back and to study Matthew chapter 1, Matthew chapter 24. And I have lots of teachings on both of those because let me just simply say this. You can go to CalvaryChapelSignalHill.com, JamesCadiz.com. You can go to our YouTube channel, and we have all of the expanded teachings on both of those chapters, which will give you very, very good understanding of biblical principles in the New Testament and the Old Testament. By the way, these two chapters in Matthew, if you get to know them very, very well, you will understand a good majority of the Old Testament by default. That is true. I am not lying, and I will help you get through that. Now, if you go to Matthew 24 or Matthew 1 and you find yourself completely puzzled, believe me, don't be worried about it, okay? I'm going to make that easy for you. I have teachings on both of those chapters. You will be blessed by those teachings. And then remember, we will have a Q&A, a live Q&A at the end of the month where you can ask those questions. Now, if you can't be there for the Q&A, don't worry, because we will figure out a way for you to email the folks at BIBLEin365 so that I can get those questions, and I will make individual videos for questions that I was not able to answer live. So we're going to do our best to serve you as much as we possibly can. You are going to grow in your biblical knowledge, and my goal for 2023 is to get you excited about Bible prophecy, because the more excited you get about Bible prophecy, the better student you will become of the Bible, and the better patriot you're going to end up being, right? The more involved you will get with seeking to stand for righteousness in your nation and in your community, in your school boards, and everywhere you go, because the knowledge that Jesus is coming soon is one that is highly motivating, and it's going to bless your family, it's going to bless you, and a lot of other people. So God bless you guys. Happy New Year and happy studying. Keep fighting the good fight.